The European Union aims to be climate neutral by 2050, an objective that is at the heart of the European Green Deal and in line with commitments under the Paris Agreement. But how can we ensure this works for the more than 40 million European households that live in rural areas and that are often not connected to the natural gas grid? 130 million people live in rural areas across Europe. However, data on rural energy use is often hard to find. Therefore, the FREE initiative, the Initiative for the Future of Rural Energy in Europe, conducted a study in 10 member states to identify key rural energy challenges. Firstly, rural houses tend to be old, and many were built before any legislation on energy efficiency existed. In France, 69% of oil-heated properties were built before 1975. In Germany, 73% of the buildings were built before 1978, and in Sweden, 64% of the homes were built before 1971. Secondly, many European rural homes are still heated using high-carbon fossil fuels, such as heating oil or coal. In Belgium, heating oil accounts for 35% of final energy consumption. In Ireland, this number is 36%, and in Poland, coal is the most consumed residential fuel at 50% of final energy consumption. Thirdly, rural citizens are disproportionately impacted by energy poverty. In Italy, 6.3% of the population in thinly populated areas are unable to afford to pay their energy bills, and 16% of England's off-grid homes encounter energy poverty. In Spain, 9.5% of the population in thinly populated areas reported that they were unable to keep their homes adequately warm. Policy should not only be made by people in cities for people in cities. Rural communities matter and need to be understood. A just energy transition policy should be based on sound data and reflect the conditions in rural areas.